We've waited years for this moment. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Remake is finally real. With so many rumors flying around in the internet, what has Nintendo actually confirmed so far? This is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive title. So if you go to the Nintendo store right now, it specifically lists the Ocarina of Time Remake as a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which is going to be releasing on 2026. I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding about whether if we're going to get this for the Nintendo Switch. I feel that this is going to be the way for Nintendo to kind of get everyone who does not own a Nintendo Switch 2 to finally get one. Now, Nintendo has confirmed that it's going to be releasing on 2026. I think that no one was seeing this coming or no one was expecting this. I personally, when I first saw the trailer, I was expecting probably a 2027 release window, but in this case, it is coming on 2026. The problem is that we don't know when. We don't know which month is the one that they're going to be aiming for, probably the holidays or something like that. Additionally to that, what if they change the date? What if they move it to 2027? That's also a possibility, but right now, that's all we know at the moment. Now, there are different reasons that makes me believe that they could potentially aim for November. And one of them is that November 21st was the official release date for the original Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. However, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be releasing on November 19. And honestly, I don't really think that Nintendo will dare to go against GTA 6, but we're also considering two separate audiences here, because most likely the person who's going to be getting GTA 6 might not be as interested on playing the Ocarina of Time Remake. I'm included in that list. I'm not a GTA player. I don't really like Grand Theft Auto games, but Nintendo will not let an opportunity go, such as releasing this for the holidays. I've received multiple comments directly from a lot of people saying that now they're gonna try to get the Switch 2 because they want to play the remake. So a lot of people have been holding off and waiting for the right moment to get a Nintendo Switch 2. This is gonna be your moment for you to get the Switch 2 and finally get to experience Ocarina of Time Remake on a Nintendo Switch 2. Around the same time, GameStop briefly made a headline after a product listed appeared online. And it was picked up by Google very quickly. By the time I'm recording this video, we haven't heard anything yet, and it was priced for $69.99. But that information was later debunked, and the page is no longer available. If you try to search for it, it's no longer there. So as of right now, Nintendo has not officially confirmed the price, and we should treat any pricing information as speculation until they do. Personally, I have kind of mixed feelings about the pricing rumors, because in one hand, if Nintendo really is planning to sell the game for around $59.99 instead of the premium price that we have been seeing for some of the Nintendo Switch 2 releases, and the overall gaming industry, we're talking about good news in a way, because we will get the chance to experience this remake at a lower price range. But my biggest fear is that Nintendo could split Ocarina of Time into multiple releases. There have been rumors suggesting that this is going to be a possibility, similar with the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Since Nintendo has not announced anything like that, but it's something that it has crossed my mind whether I see lower pricing rumors, I hope that the lower price means something completely different, because Ocarina of Time has been considered by many people to be one of the greatest video games ever. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it has been the biggest seller. So if we talk about facts, 14 million copies globally, and it's combining both the original Nintendo 64 release and its 3DS remaster. When you look at the Zelda sales as a whole, Breath of the Wild became the franchise's biggest commercial success, selling more than 35 million copies worldwide and even outperforming Tears of the Kingdom. So maybe Nintendo's strategy isn't to give us a smaller remake. Maybe their strategy is to introduce Ocarina of Time to an entirely new generation of players. And if the slightly lower price points help to get more people into Ocarina of Time, honestly, that sounds like it's a win for everyone. So I much rather see Nintendo price game to be a little lower and deliver the complete experience than split the adventure into multiple releases. Nintendo keeps calling this remake Reborn exclusive for the Nintendo Switch 2. Because if you go to the website, you can see it says the Nintendo 64 Classic returns for a new generation in 2026, reborn exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2. The other thing is that we have not seen any gameplay. Of course, the only thing that we saw was a teaser trailer where we see Link appears to have been rebuilt from the ground up, and the art style looks very different from the Nintendo 64 version, and it also does not appear to be using Breath of the Wild's and Tears of the Kingdom's visual style. So we're getting something completely different. And we don't know if we're gonna get a collector's edition. We don't know if it's gonna support Amiibo, which I'm thinking most likely that's gonna be possible because there are plenty of Amiibos that they can put on the game, especially on Zelda games, so I don't think why not. No discussions about, if they're gonna change the story or the dungeons. Is Master Quest going to be included or not? Are we gonna get full voice acting? Are we gonna get additional content? And whether if Majora's Mask will get the same treatment, because if you think about it, Majora's Mask was built on the Ocarina of Time engine, so it makes sense that once they have Ocarina of Time, then next in line will be Majora's Mask, right? But as of today, Nintendo has not officially confirmed those details. New rumors have surfaced the web about a week ago about the so-called Zelda-themed Nintendo Switch 2, and apparently we're also getting a Pro controller. This is not going to be for the Ocarina of Time Remake. This is going to be Zelda theme commemorating the 40th anniversary of the franchise. So according to some insiders, which I'm showing right now, the Zelda themed console will be getting the Pro controller, but it's not going to be necessarily about Ocarina of Time. So he's saying that it's going to be green at the tips, similar to what we have for the Splatoon Pro controller, with gold, and then the Triforce crest is going to be centered right in the middle. Just as we have right now with the Pro Controller for Tears of the Kingdom, that we have the Triforce right in the middle. Now, will this be sold separately? Yes, because the Nintendo Switch does not include a Pro Controller. I personally like to use my Pro Controller versus the regular controllers that comes with the Switch. So you will have to pay for the Nintendo Switch 2 if that happens, as well as for the Pro Controller. But again, this has not been confirmed by Nintendo so far, so we don't know if it's really going to take place. We will know during the Nintendo Direct probably in a few weeks, but as of right now, we have no confirmation. That's everything Nintendo has officially confirmed about the Ocarina of Time remake so far. Let me know in the comments, what's the one thing you need Nintendo to get right in this remake? I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much. Bye! A huge shout out to my channel members for all their amazing support. You guys are seriously the best. If you'd like to help me gather more rupees, support my work, and get access to exclusive perks, consider becoming a member of the channel for only $2 a month. It really helps me making content like this, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.